the rent subsidy program, and a ban on evictions. Those two government supports are no longer available for renters, but the pandemic is not over yet.
Kimberly Coates of Landlord BC says although there are concerns from renters, she doesn't expect to see a wave of evictions.
We understand that that was a concern that a lot of tenant advocates have, but we just don't see that happening. Based on our market research that we did throughout the pandemic, most tenants did work with their landlord to make ends meet and pay either all of their rent or a pretty good portion of their rent.
Geneva Peaver is a Fort St. John resident who lost her job because of the pandemic. Her lease was up at the beginning of September, but she had always planned on renewing it. After a few months of being unable to pay her rent in full, she was forced out of her home.
I kind of had a suspicion just because the way they were acting. And I kind of told my husband, I think something's coming. I bet you they are going to evict us. I have this funny feeling because the things they were doing was not professional.
Peaver has been staying at a motel in Fort St. John for the past few days. She says getting the news that she had to leave her apartment was devastating.
Oh my God, I'm going to be homeless with 2 kids. That's the first thing I thought. And that's a scary thought because being a parent, you have to provide for your children and that. Make sure they're safe.
Peaver says her husband is back to work, but some others in the community are not so lucky. A rent repayment plan is in place for those who owe their landlord rent from previous months. Renters on the plan have until next July to pay off what is owed. However, for those who are already strapped for cash and out of a job, the fear is that they could find themselves scrambling for shelter. Austin Lee, CJDC-TV News, Fort St. John.
Salon and barber services provided by Skinovations. Be swept away to a world of peace and tranquility at Skinovations Salon and Day Spa.